This is question 26 from the 2019 final exam. What would the cost of equity for Kellogg be if it had zero debt? From the prior setup, we have 8.7 billion in debt, 20.1 billion in equity. Cost of equity is 8.6. Cost of debt is 5.4. The corporate tax rate is 24%. Okay, so this formula, let me just make the page big. This formula is from the 11.2 PowerPoint. So 11.2 PowerPoint. And you notice we have cost of equity of a firm with debt. So that is this number. Let me highlight it. We are looking for cost of equity of a firm without debt. Cost of equity of a firm without debt. We know that the cost of debt is this number. We have debt over equity. Debt over equity is going to be debt over equity. And just so we don't have to type, 1 minus the tax rate is just 1 minus this. Okay, so we have this number and this number. So now let's calculate cost of equity of a firm with debt. So notice we have this number that we're going to try to solve for, but let me go ahead and do the formula and then we'll use GoalSeek to figure it out. Okay, the formula here is cost of equity of a firm without debt. So let's just make up a number right here, 0.05 or 65, doesn't matter. Let me highlight that. So that's going to be this plus, we're going to add a parentheses, cost of equity of a firm without debt, so that's that same number, minus the cost of debt, which we have. Close your parentheses, multiply that times debt over equity times 1 minus the tax rate. So we get some weird number. We want to use GoalSeek. And we are going to set the cost of debt of a firm, cost of equity of a firm with debt to the value for cost of equity, which is right here, 0.086. And we're going to do that by changing this cell. Let me highlight it and make it all big and spiffy. So the answer here is 7.81%. And if we check here are Professor Hall's solutions, 7.81%, and the answer is D on the answer key.